Hey gang, welcome back to another edition here of Intuitive Angling. Really appreciate you guys taking a little time out of your day and watching the video. I know everybody out there is busy and you guys can watch lots of different channels, but thanks for tuning into mine for a little bit. Today I'm going to give you guys some tips and advice and have a little discussion on why you don't need to fish deep in the month of August and why shallow water fishing is better, and I'm sort of going to explain to you why that happens a little bit. Real quick, sort of in line with that, I just wanted to remind you guys we just got a couple days left in the Christmas in July sale at Baitworks. 20% off on all the Zoom products there. You got the Block It Old School jig, you got my Signature Series Solar Bat sunglasses. If you use the link I give you guys in the description here, that's a great way to support the channel if you'd like to do that. Much appreciated. Okay guys, man, I can't believe it. Here it is, we're at the end of July, and time goes by too fast, man. It really does. It's like I think one of the things I realize more as I get older is about how precious time is and about how you shouldn't waste time. It's like you wake up, you blink your eye, and a year's gone by. It goes by so freaking fast. So everybody just needs to try to live in the moment as much as they can and don't get too concerned about what's up next, because it just makes time go faster. But anyway, in line with that, here we are, almost the month of August, and I was going to give you guys sort of have a conversation, maybe bust a few myths and everything here about August fishing. I'm going to tell you guys right off the bat is I don't care how hot it is in August, you don't have to fish deep. The fishing, for the most part, when you start to get around the month of August, the deeper water fishing starts to trail off a little bit. It's just not as near as productive as it is in early summer or midsummer. And there's a lot of different reasons for that. First of all, it's like as the summer goes on and the thermocline starts to dissipate, and is not quite as pronounced as some man-made reservoirs, you have a lot of fish that begin to disperse. A lot of those fish that were positioned and setting up, suspended or whatever in relationship to the thermocline, they start scattering out a little bit more. You also have a big movement of bait fish it has a combination effect. As the daylight hours get a little bit shorter every day, as the weather patterns begin to change, you have a lot of bait fish that start using more shallow water for the most part. You don't see those big schools of shad deep as much in August as you do like in June and July. A lot of those shad are starting to move shallower. They're starting to get closer to the bank. They're starting to move back into coves and creeks. A lot of stuff like that. Also with that, usually in August, you start to see some type of a drop in water level in the lakes. A lot of the lakes that were high during the spring and early summer, by August rolls around, they start to get down to a little bit lower levels, and they start dropping a little bit. And even though the water temperatures are still hot, and the water temperatures are hot as they've ever been, those factors of the thermocline dissipating, the daylight hours getting a little bit shorter, bait fish movements, all that stuff tied in together starts getting a bigger population of bass moving shallow. Now there's already a population that are shallow, those ones that have been the shallow perch feeders, hunting spawning bluegills all summer, those are up there. But one of the things that I found in my fishing is that when August rolls around, that's when you have some better quality fish starting to move to the bank in larger numbers. And what I like to do with that is one of the top techniques that I use in August is I'm always hunting two different things. I'm hunting a topwater bite and I'm hunting a dirty water bite. All you guys out there that have been dragging football head jigs and fishing, swim baits deep and live scoping and all that type of stuff, you're going to notice that your bites are going to start becoming less and less as it gets more into August. And the guys that are committing to shallow water are going to start being a little bit more of a player than they have been than earlier in summer. So the two things that I look for is, first of all, we'll talk about a topwater bite. When August rolls around, water temperature or water levels start dropping a little bit. You can always catch fish on the topwater, not just in the morning, although the morning is better. You can catch them all day long on it. And one of the best topwaters that you can fish in the month of August is a buzzbait, and fish a buzzbait fast. I like to take like a 3/8 ounce or half ounce, shad pattern buzzard with a silver blade on it, and cover water, and I'm getting in there, and I'm basically going in those areas that I feel that there's a lot of perch maybe spawning, and those are the areas that I like to cover water in. Traditionally, these are like, say, halfway back in the coves to all the way back in the coves, in some of the feeder creek arms, that type of stuff. Keeping that bait close to the bank and just burning water. I don't expect to get a lot of bites during the course of a day, but you can catch some quality fish doing that on a buzz bait if you just pick it up and don't throw it, don't put it out of your hand in August. The next thing I'm doing is I'm hunting the dirty water. And I'm hunting the dirty water usually in the extremities of the lake I'm fishing. Upper creek branches, upper river arms, anywhere that you have the dirtiest water in your lake. I don't care if the water is, the dirtiest water in the lake you have is 3 feet or 3 inches. I'm always hunting that dirtiest water. And one of the top baits, guys, for August fishing, and it has been for a long time, is a small square bill crankbait. You will find you'll catch a lot more fish going to, like, I use that Megabass 1.2 a lot, but the smaller size square bill crankbait, fishing in that dirty water around whatever cover is available, rock, wood, shade, shallow grass, that type of stuff. Burning the thing, throwing it out there, pointing that rod tip right at the bait, and fishing it with a fast stop and go retrieve around whatever objects are present there. I don't do as much flipping in August. I'll do some, but when I think about August, I'm thinking about shallow power cranking. That's what works really good. So that's, you know, I like it when it rolls around this time of year, because like I said, in tournament situations, there's always, you'll notice in August and September that the shallow guys start doing better and better and better. A lot of the deeper water fishermen start to tail off a little bit. So when you start to get in this August coming up in the next few days, just keep that in mind. So anyway, guys, thanks for tuning into the channel. Please hit that subscribe button and the notification button. That'd be much appreciated. And talk later. See you.